Minister Cummins says while there have been attempts to create direct links in the past, none has panned out in the way officials would have liked. However, she notes in the past year in particular, significant strides have been made to turn around the situation.
I don't think that it gives any of us any pleasure when we need to be able to go to an African country, or you coming to the Caribbean. Many of you talk about having to spend 28 hours, 40 hours moving between the two regions, going through London, having to navigate the difficulties of transit visas in the US and in the UK. And so what we're hoping to be able to do is to identify where would be the points of reference that would be the starting points to originate airlift. We started conversations with Air Rwanda, we started conversations with Ethiopian Airways, we've had conversations with Etihad as well, and we've also had discussions with Kenya Airways. We have already signed air services agreements with Kenya and with Ghana. We should be signing further air services agreements with our partners as we move forward.
The minister adds the full vision is not just for tourism but freighting of goods as well. She says the potential could also exist for Barbados to be an alternative gateway to the United States for travelers from Africa. And Deputy Minister of International Trade in Ghana's Ministry of Trade and Industry, Herbert Crapper, says the commercial case for the direct link is a major factor, inclusive of both tourism and trade.
The reason why it has not been successful all these years is because there's not been a viable economic commercial case for it. And so we have to look at it from that standpoint. And I'm very encouraged by the approach that the AfriCaribbean Bank is taking, the practical approach to see that we are actually putting deals on the table. And that's the way that, because any carrier who knows that there's frequent movement on the corridor would put a vessel, an aircraft on the corridor. But if there is no commercial case, I don't see how that happens. And I'm encouraged also by the fact that the current heads of state of the AU are gathering a lot of momentum for the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area.